You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a...
He's there. He's here. The Grinch just came into the studio here at 89 WLS. Hello, Mr. Grinch.
How are you? It's great to be here in this lovely tropical weather.
6'4", green,
hairy,
really
hairy,
with a face of
an angel, not
malice, who hates Christmas, and basically lives on top of a mountain peak and mocks all the little who's in Whoville.
Yes, I live in a cave on the top of the mountain, looking down at the village, and there's not much I can say that I find enjoyable about the Who's down in Whoville.
Now that you're also starring in your own musical, The Grinch, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the musical, November 20th through the 29th at the Chicago Theater. And since you're here, Mr. Grinch, I'm wondering if you would please be so kind as to be my running mate and as I run for mayor of Chicago.
Yes.
Would you join me in this effort and be my attack Grinch?
Absolutely, as long as we're for higher taxes, colder weather, and no holidays. I'd love that.
And we don't get to eat either, right? We don't even get to stand in a bread line, Mr. Grinch?
Bread lines, you can't overestimate the power of a bread line.
He's going to steal all the roast beast.
The roast beast, he won't even let them make the Whoville make demi-glace for their various sauces.
Their diet down there, I just don't understand. But it's always fun to look down and to try to cause some mischief.
I did check your heart as you walked in to tell our listeners when the Grinch walked in full Grinch regalia. I did tap his heart, and I noticed. It is true. It is 2 sizes too small.
It's 2 sizes too small. It's very dark, and it only beats maybe 1.3 times a minute.
But is there any way that if a child comes to the Chicago Theater to see The Grinch Stole Christmas, November 20th through the 29th, could a child, when a child sees The Grinch, will he be afraid, or will the child know that there might be some redeeming feature in The Grinch?
I think children really know that deep, and I mean deep down, there's something a little bit cuddly about The Grinch.
Well, you're really furry.
Yes.
So we can pet you.
Pet away, yes.
What is the deep-seated root of all your hatred for Christmas?
Well, without giving too much away, it's just, the way I was born and raised, there wasn't too much celebrating. So when I see
Were you
other
spanked
people...
as a child?
Oh, yes, of course.
With a stick?
With a stick.
By running back?
No. I don't know. I might have met some of those along the way, but no, it's we didn't really celebrate a lot, so celebration sort of makes me a bit uncomfortable, but it does, I must say, look a little fun.
Well, you would be the perfect candidate to work with John to go against our esteemed mayor, Rahm Emanuel. What would you have to say to Mr. Emanuel now that he's looking for votes?
Well, if people want an alternative, I think our campaign would present that.
Yes, we would do cyclone fences around every lot in the city.
Yes.
Not beautiful wrought iron that costs a lot of money, but cyclone fences. We will, force the students to eat raw vegetables.
Raw vegetables is good.
Cold porridge.
And walk in this kind of weather as much as possible. I think public transportation is overrated. I think we just need to get out there and walk.
Well, you are a hairy individual, sir, I have to say. And I do 2 jobs here. I do the show with Lauren, and then I write a newspaper column. And I'm unable, therefore, to, do what the others do, which is to endorse products. But I'm wondering, have you ever been asked to endorse, what are those things called? The depilatory, what are they, the hair removal?
Hair removal, we've tried that
I got a chunk
of
hair on my back, but man, you are, my God.
Well, I've noticed.
I've never seen a hairier guy.
When it started growing, that it does make my eyes pop. So that's why I allowed it to grow so much. And I tell you, I'm just loving the weather here.
How do you like performing before audiences? The music, the songs, tell us about this.
Without tooting my own horn, this show, it doesn't get any better than this show. You've got all the tunes from the classic cartoon version. Then you have added songs, and several of these songs are sung by yours truly, giving the audience a chance to really know what's going on in the genius mind of the Grinch.
They have said that, people have said that the villain is much more fun to play than the two-dimensional cutout with the Dudley Do-Right chin, right?
Yes.
And so, therefore, it's more complicated. It's layered.
It is more complicated. Just when you think you know that I, the Grinch, am the bad guy, I'll fool you. And I think people will come away saying, you know what? As grumpy as that guy was, I get him.
So can I hear you sing something? Can I put you on the spot here?
You can put me on the spot.
Hum with.
There's a song I sing in the show called One of a Kind because, indeed, I am one of a kind. And it goes something like this. I'm one of a kind. There's no one like me, one of a kind. Does that make me lonely being one of a kind? No, that makes me free. No kinfolk, no closeness, no family, no friends. So you get the gist.
That
There's
was
a lot
really
of good stuff in there.
good. When I sing, though, the glass breaks and cracks. That was good.
Thank you so much.
I want to be more like the
sad,
Grinch. In my voice.
I feel sad
singing.
for the Grinch.
You feel sad?
I would be the kid that would be sad for the Grinch.
He's a mean one.
He is a mean one, Mr. Grinch, but still.
That's why he's your Batman and Robin running for mayor.
I think, Lauren, I've just decided that I will announce with the Grinch in the rickshaw, me and the Grinch together, wearing fezzes, smoking cigars.
Ah, yes.
And I will wear a linen suit, and he will perch on my shoulder. All 6'4",
yes.
right? 6'4", 300.
And who's going to be pulling the rickshaw? Who would you have pull the rickshaw?
The little dog with
some of the Who's for sure.
The Who's.
Yeah, the Who's.
The Who's.
Led by Ryan Burrow, or my broadcast
the dog
son.
with the antlers.
Yes. Now, what have you done with my friend Schuler Hensley, who not only was a fantastic pitcher,
yes,
but also a man of varied talents and great theatrical experience. What have you done with this man?
Well, he did travel with me, and I have to say that if I wasn't myself, the Grinch, I'd certainly want to be him.
He is so cool.
And he's the coolest person to hang out with next to me.
And did he have was he known for his fastball or the curve? When he played for the Bulldogs?
He had a pretty good breaking fastball and a nice off-speed pitch.
Well, we're going to come see The Grinch.
Yes.
Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The musical begins tomorrow, runs through the 29th at the Chicago Theater, and we would like to invite you to come back.
I
Mr.
would
Grinch.
love it,
We
and
love
I'm
having
telling
you,
you, kids are not going to be scared of me. They're going to get it. They're going to get that Grinch.
WLS.
All right. This time last year, there was a jingle ad that came out. It was a group of men for Joe Boxers who were doing the Jingle Bell ball routine.
Well, no, why did you describe it?
I'm trying to. The Jingle Bell
Please.
ball routine. They were in their boxers, swinging from hip to hip. The jingle bells. Get the play on bells.
What were they? No, I don't. What was that?
They were
What does that
rocking
mean
back and
exactly?
forth, John, and you were appalled. They were wearing nothing but their boxers, swiveling their hips to the jingle bells, and you hated it.
They were jumping up and down, wiggling their special purposes. Let's put it that way.
Their package.
And the whole jingle bells. I felt like it was an ad campaign designed by Beavis, produced by Butthead, And at that time, I decided to wear only tighty whities for the rest of my life.
Well, the good news is
little briefs, like the white ones, and then you tuck in. I'm a big tuck in guy.
The good news is that
sometimes it gets a little uncomfortable, Lauren. I just want to say, speaking as a man.
Okay. Well, the good news is they came out with a new ad because maybe they heard you. And this one's a little different. Let's play a little bit for you. So you have a bunch of guys in tuxedos banging on drums. Picture that. Mm-hmm. They look really respectful, really nice.
Oh, yeah. Respectful as heck.
And then the next thing you know, they get rid of the drums and they show their bellies above their boxers and they start wiggling their big bellies. So they're not wiggling what's in the boxers, they're wiggling what's above the boxers.
And what did you think of those bellies,
I think these ads are hysterical. I liked the one last year. I thought it was funny. I thought this one, I didn't really need to see the belly last year. I kind of liked the guys with the six-pack and the little jingles last year.
The Chippendale Dancer jingle?
Yeah, those were, for me, would make me want to buy Joe Boxers for my guy. Right. But this one doesn't because they got these big bellies hanging out. But I just thought maybe because they're more clothed that you might like the ad more.
Was it the belly thing that excited you, or did it not excite you? Did you
not excite me?
So
I liked
like
last
men
year's
with big bellies.
No,
because
that's not sexy to me.
It's not sexy.
That does not want to make me go out and buy my guy some boxers. The one last year did.
So you bought ones with little? Did you have like little bells on the box?
That's between me and my guy.
Okay.
But you don't like this ad either?
No. I'm all for like disrobing in public and supporting Kmart, if that's the deal. But it's just not my cup of tea.